Nora wouldn't have died on Shadow's watch.
Hey! It's us! It's us! Don't shoot!
Snow!
I've got an idea for a vehicle. A flying bike that has no doors so you can fall out of it.
Favor for a friend. Okay.
Hey, Snow! You made it!
Hey, yo. So,
Hey.
you really managed to use that thing?
I think I'm done.
You're done when we are.
Ow! What's it?
That's the one.
Didn't you have something to tell him?
Yeah,
All right then.
but
I
I'll go with you.
will defend Hope, though.
What?
I know nobody likes Hope because he spends the entire game being angry with Snow. But from his perspective, like, Snow got his mum killed. It's fine. Like, he's fine to be an angry teenager in that situation.
Everyone safe?
He literally lost a parent.
For Nora.
I meant the kids.
All accounted for.
Oh, Nora happens to be the name of his mum and the name of their insurgency group.
Let's keep it that way, alright?
Hey!
I'll swing by the Vestige. Keep the kids out of trouble. You
Oh.
got it. Say hi to the missus for me.
I'll be on for at least...
You
Oh,
go
actually, it's been 2
skirt
hours,
chasing,
blimey.
I take care of the
Yeah, I'll be
kids.
another couple of
Some
hours.
husband. Dinner's on me. Better be home cooking.
When's the wedding, lover boy?
Well, don't worry. None of you are invited.
We're still going.
Hey, you serious?
What about me?
We're dressed like main characters. How dare you leave us out?
Catch you later.
Oh. Wait! Come back!
Oh god, I just remembered the way she runs everywhere. Okay, we have Phoenix down. We have the air wing and... why does he have a weapon? Data log, events. Chapter 1, Into the Vestige. Snow cannot shake the feeling of his guilt. Despite his efforts to protect Purge deportees from Sanctum forces, many have fallen. The death of one woman in particular haunts his thoughts. A mother fighting for the sake of his son, her son even, who gave her life to save Snow. In the moments before her death, the woman begged the leader of NORA to take care of her child, but slipped from Snow's grasp without revealing the boy's identity. I mean, that would have been kind of funny if she was falling and saying, "My son's got this, by the way! He's got short, he's blonde, and he's wearing a coat." You know, like, that would have, yeah. Well, yeah, I better die dramatically. With Godot's help, Snow breaks out of his depression. That's not how depression works. He figures that if he goes ahead and protects everyone, the woman's son will be saved as well. I know, I just saw that. You didn't need to tell me. After checking to see if the children are safe, Snow leaves the waning battle to his fellow NORA members and sets off. You know, I mean, some of this, I don't mind the events so much because it's a recap as well. And I don't necessarily have to read a recap. But the rest, a lot of it isn't. His fiancée is still held captive by the fal'Cie, which I think is not something that's been explicitly said in game yet. The boy, like, people hint to it, but no one said, "Yeah, she's been kidnapped by the fal'Cie." You know, that's never been said like that. The boy watches him leave, eyes filled with rage and loathing. To his grief-stricken mind, Snow is responsible for his mother's death. Anything else? Well, we have 2 new members. We have Snow, and we have a Vanille. Vanille? Yeah, Vanille, I think is how you pronounce it. And her magic is better than her strength. Which is a shame, because nobody has magic in... Oh, no, sorry, that's even. Okay. Save again. I do like the gimmick of just having all the characters be main characters, sort of.
Go any farther. okay?
I want to tell him. It's just that...
Say, you know how to fly this?
Yeah, I think so.
All right. In you go. That way.
No.
Huh?
If we go in there, that thing could... It could make us fal'Cie. This is... I don't think I can...
You can do it.
What are you two doing?
Here we go!
Uh-oh. Get back here! You hear me? Hey!
The pulse fal'Cie. It held our future. And our fate.
So if you think of Vanille in like terms of Final Fantasy characters, because I keep saying Yuffie, I keep saying like Selphie and Riku, but her role isn't that. Her role is the same as Aeris the Cloud. She's she's impetuous. She drives other people to action. That would make what's the phrase? Save my progress. I literally just saved, but whatever. What's the Manic Dream Pixie Girl? That's what she is. But like, I guess the thing that makes Aeris not really annoying is she's not really pixie-ish. It's combining the sort of the Yuffie with the Aeris archetype. It's just a recipe for just having quite an annoying character. I'm trying, yeah, like 20-year-old John found her annoying. I worry that like a John almost 20 years later, it's only going to be worse. It's just us. But I'm going to try and give it a chance.
Even soldiers know not to go near the fal'Cie. You become a pulse fal'Cie and you're finished.
What do you mean, finished?
Haven't you heard, Miss...
Vanille.
Vanille.
Huh?
My name. And yours?
Yeah, Hope, don't pretend that's a weird name.
Thank you. What were we thinking?
Well, since we're here, let's look around.
The pulse fal'Cie. The world of Vestige.
Oh, check this out.
Hey! Vanille, where are you?
Well?
That's,
Yeah, because the idea is she's supposed to be wiser than she lets on. Like, there's a reason why
You're gonna regret this.
she's doing. Oh, she gets 3. I have no idea what this goddamn weapon is either. But what else? No, she just had attacks.
Okay, back to exploring.
Oh, luckily she knows how to use that particular weapon. I believe that is her actual weapon that she's pretended to pick up.
better stay close.
This goddamn man circle. So, like, this is the first point in the game where it looks like, oh look, it's opened up. I have choices I can make. And I think it's literally this point of the game where I realise, oh, it's all just a corridor. But we have a new shop. We can iron bangle. Does it improve us? I don't know. It shows our faces, but I don't know if we're not. Let's buy 2. I believe we have the money. No, we don't actually have the money.
You sure this is the right way?
30 gil. Oh my god, I'm gonna need more than that. Get there a lot faster if you didn't skip everywhere. No, John, you're playing nice. Okay, so yeah, the wild bear is the old one. And we have the, yeah, so we have extra money. We get 2 iron bangles. My mic wasn't on. Right. I think I'll probably cut that bit out. What was I going to say? Yes, we had a fight. We had a fight against monsters. You missed nothing, basically. And then we walked to this bit, and we've got to learn about aggression and preemptive strikes. All enemies guard areas limited by their field of vision have a means of detection. Upon entering a guarded enemy area, there is a chance that an enemy or enemies trolling it will take notice. If your trespass is observed, a warning item. Yeah, okay, we've got to sneak up on people. Get it. Certain enemies, I love the zwergs, scoundrels, have extremely narrow fields of vision and can be approached unnoticed. Right, what I was saying is, this goddamn skipping, is I think I've figured out what doesn't work with Vanille as a character. But one thing I want to acknowledge is playing through Final Fantasy VII, Yuffie is a really funny character. Like, there's a bit of Final Fantasy VII where you go to Cosmo Canyon, and Cosmo Canyon studies planets, and because planets are alive in the world of Final Fantasy. So you go up and you see a holographic museum of the solar system, and if you bring Yuffie with you, she's fucking bored out, just bored to tears. She's like, everyone else is like, woo, and she's like, I don't give a shit. Like, in any situation, everyone's revving to go, and she's just sort of on the floor, just like, halfway through the game, she steals all your stuff. It's just like, she's very well characterized, and like, I don't think Selphie is as well characterized because she's also like the computer nerd, and it's just like a stereotype on top of stereotype. Whereas like Selphie is very much connected to the plot of the game. Okay, but the actual reason I think Vanille doesn't work is because they're 2 archetypes. She isn't just Yuffie, she's Aeris. She's supposed to be the wise person of the group. It's why she's like, oh, Snow, you've got to talk to Hope, or the other way around, because of your emotional growth. And like, that's Aeris. In Final Fantasy VII, that would have been Aeris. But Aeris wasn't doing cutesy nonsense at the same time. It's like, it's the combination of the 2 that makes it incredibly annoying.
You're gonna regret this. Sorry.
Like, the point, I guess they're trying to keep it a secret as well. It is a bit of a secret that Vanille knows more than she's letting on as well. Like, when we walk into the scene, she goes, oh look, a random thingy, and it's a weapon. It's like, that's probably always been her weapon. Oh damn it, I just bought one of those. Do I want to go there yet? I don't think I do. I think I want to go to the other side first. Anyway, I'm gonna just try and deliver it. It's fine. Look at the map. Where am I going? Yeah, I guess they just didn't want to do the same archetype again, so they're like, no, we'll just make her like this, and nobody will suspect that she has the secrets. Did I come from here? I'm actually, despite the fact that this game is just entirely, no, this is literally where you started, John. So you started here, you went up there, okay, fair enough. I'll try and stop being grumpy about it, but like the game just goes, nope, she's just gonna skip everywhere. And you're like, okay, is this for the entire game? Yep. Like that. It's a combination of lots of things, to be honest.
Don't go looking for trouble.
Because yeah, she's impetuous in the way that like an heiress is. She's literally driving the action, especially if Hope would not do anything. Otherwise.
No daydreaming now.
I think a part of my initial annoyance was that I think her role in the story makes sense, but it seems like her character and what she looks like and how she acts was like laser focused to a particular fan base.
Where do we go now? Aren't you scared?
Not so much.
You really don't get it.
fal'Cie and fal'Cie are bad news. That's why Cocoon kicked them out. Live too close to the fal'Cie, one-way ticket to Pulse. That's the purge in a nutshell.
If they catch us here, they'll purge us too. And
What's
then...
your problem?
What's my... Pulse is hell on Earth.
We'll be okay. Calm down.
Like, I get what they're trying to do right now.
Get off me.
Sarah? Huh? Can you hear me? Where are you?
But also Manic Dream Pixie Girl. An anime version.
Don't worry, Sarah. Your hero is on his way.
I will stop being grumpy. Oh, so this is official Art of Lightning,
Wonder what that's for.
drawn by the dude who does, you know, a lot of the art. I've forgotten his name. It's quite famous. I've just forgotten. What I did, whenever I need to do something to art now, instead of using a program, I just ask the internet if there's a website dedicated to just doing that one task. So I was like, right, can you remove the background from this image? And the internet goes, yes, but I've got to make it smaller because I want you to pay. And I'm like, that's fine, because I go to a second website and I say, can you upscale this so it's twice the size? And it goes, yeah, sure. And then I was like, yeah, but could do with being a little bit see-through. And I go to a third website and go, can I have this image be a tiny bit see-through? It goes, yeah, that's fine. And that's how I got that image. The only thing I did have to painstakingly cut like her fingers and hair out of the background. But the online program was quite good for that. But yeah, they worked quite well. Hang on. I'll save again. I have 3 iron bangles. That's too many. I don't know if the game has explained that I need to sell stuff yet.
Nothing to worry about.
Bad kitty. Oh shit, should have just attacked.
How about this?
It is slightly funny that he drops it just at his feet.
That's what I'm talking about.
I'm trying to figure out what I was talking about. Oh, nope. I'm not going to be able to figure that out, I'm afraid. But it's probably fine. Ooh, Deceptive Soul. I could use some of that in real life. Oh, we got more of this stuff. Droids. Heard of them. Exploration. Yeah, okay. Aggression. I understand that. Locales. There's the pulse vestiges. The fal'Cie sculpted the cocoon in antiquity using resources harvested from the world below. When cocoon shell was fractured in the war, they repaired it with raw materials gathered from pulse buildings. Chief among them, remnants of these structures termed vestiges can still be found throughout cocoon. Oh, yes, I remember. Yes, sorry, I'll say that again. I just remembered. The centuries-old vestige outside of Bowden was believed to be nothing more than a harmless curiosity. This discovery of Pulse fal'Cie served its walls to prove this false, however, leading to the detainment and the subsequent purging of the countless citizens whose only crime was being in the wrong place at the wrong time. Right, yeah, this picture here of lightning is official art, because I'm trying only to use official art. Drawn by the guy who does all the anime art. But whenever I need something to doing, please, if you're watching this in the future, just skip this bit. I'm just explaining the same thing again. Whenever I need something doing on the internet, I instead of like trying to do something to the art myself, I try and find a website dedicated to the sole task. So I was like, oh, internet, can you cut out the background to this image? And it goes, yeah, we'll auto background cut it out. And it's got this thing where it goes, did we make any mistake? And I'm like, yeah, just have to cut painstakingly around your fingers and the hair, which I did. I painstakingly cut out the bits of her hair, so any of the gaps. Also, yeah, there we go. There's a full picture right there. But that's official art. And then I was like, but when it does, it goes, yeah, but we're going to make the image smaller because we want you to give us money. I'm like, yeah, but I don't want to give you money. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to a second website. I'm going to go, hello, second website. Can you AI upscale my picture so it's twice the size? And I go, yeah, sure. And then I go to a third website and I go, can you make my picture slightly see-through, please? Because I think it, it looks a bit weird having a full thing, and I want it to blend in a bit. And it goes, yeah, sure. So I just, like, instead of learning an art program, I just found the 3 websites that'll do the job for me, and that worked great. And of all the faff I did today, the 40 minutes I spent painstakingly cutting lightning out, even though I could have just left it, like, I don't mind that. That's always relaxing doing stuff like that. Pulse fal'Cie. Yeah, there's fal'Cie. fal'Cies are basically gods. fal'Cie are basically the gods can touch mankind, and that's a bad thing. You become kind of enthralled to them. The beings known as fal'Cie possess the power to enthrall unwilling human instruments, compelling victims to serve as their will. These individuals, known as fal'Cie, are marked with indelible brands. They gain the gift of magic, but also bear the burden of completing a task known as a focus for the fal'Cie master. fal'Cie, tools of the fal'Cie from the world below, are considered dangerous enemies of Cocoon society, as there exists no means of removing the brand and the curse thereby imposed. fal'Cie are hunted relentlessly. Presumably this is the reason why they massacre people, just to make sure that enemies don't get turned into thralls. Okay, well, we finished. The fates intertwined. For centuries, a fal'Cie has slumbered undisturbed on the outskirts of Cocoon City. Oh, yeah, Chapter 10's the good one, by the way. Chapter 10 is when like the game gains a bunch of depth. On the day of the lower world, entities finally discovered Cocoon's peaceful society is plunged into chaos. The government judges the city's inhabitants to have been tainted by their unwelcome guest and begins a merciless campaign. Oh god, I'm very hungry and I'm not allowed to eat. It's like midnight. Why would I eat? Campaign to expunge both the fal'Cie and the corrupted citizenry from the face of Cocoon. Instead of the exile they were led to expect, the civs face extermination at the hands of the Sanctum army. The people attempt to fight back but are hopelessly outmatched by the military. Lightning cuts her way through the battlefield, doggedly followed by a desperate Saz. Snow, meanwhile, seeks to rescue his fiancée, and a boy, spurred on by the dreams of revenge, pursues Snow with the help of an unusual young lady. Though driven by separate goals, their paths all lead to the same end at the fal'Cie. Chapter 2. In pursuit of Snow. Hope has fallen into panic. His single-minded pursuit of Snow has rushed into the lair of the fal'Cie and is only now recalling the terrible nature of the being that lurks within. The pulse entity could use its power to curse them, to turn them into fal'Cie. It does make sense, but there's a lot of text and it's very easy to sort of blank out on what the hell's going on. I only know so much because I've played it before and like I've gotten to grips with it. fal'Cie are doomed servants of the fal'Cie that created them, despised and feared by the people of Cocoon. Hope's companion Vinale seems unconcerned by this dreadful possibility, but being bemused by the indomitable cheerfulness, he nervously follows her in search of Snow. It is Snow who convinced his mother to fight. It's Snow that she... and it's repeating stuff as well, it's also kind of annoying. It's Snow that's protecting when she died and stuff. Where men fear to tread. The citizens of Cocoon, the lower world of Pulse, is a hell ride for the unknown terrors, and the recently discovered fal'Cie is an invader from that hell. In an effort to quell the growing panic from the wake of the entity's discovery, the Sanctum initiates extreme measures known as Purge. Under the initiative, not only is the fal'Cie to be cast out of Cocoon, but all the civilians living nearby as well. Any person coming into contact with the lower world's beings, foul energies could already be corrupted, but no potential enemies of Cocoon can be allowed to remain. The ensuing deportation claims the lives of countless civilians. Hope's mother among them. After witnessing her death and chasing Snow into the vestige of blind rage, Hope suddenly realises that he may soon share the same fate as the fal'Cie relocation to the world below. Vinale, however, calmly accepts the situation and lends her support to the distraught boy, unaware that his young pursuers. Snow begins exploring the arcane halls, chambers, shrine-like Vestige in search of his captive fiancée, Sarah, who we've been told nothing about yet. So there we go. So yes, there is a planet, it's called Pulse. We don't know anything about this planet. We only know about this world called Cocoon. It's like a moon. It's really close. If something specific... There are these gods. A god crafted the moon, but it left like a tyrant in charge. But there are also gods on this planet, presumably. And they send something up to the moon. And if it sends anything, the tyrant just like murder everyone within 20 meters because... the god can go that human has to do what I say now. It's got to do what I say, and that's what they're afraid of. All the main characters just happen to have walked in this direction. Lightning and Saz just happen to only go here because it's the only direction they can go. Snow actually has a reason for being here because fiance's here, and obviously Vinale and Hope are following him.
Just hold on, Sarah.
For reasons, because mums are tough. I might have to clip that as a button. Nah, I've already got a mum-centric button. But we will have to remember that mums are tough. It's... It is. They had to say it right before she died as well.
Still won't budge? I think the door's winning.
Why didn't I listen?
Beg your pardon?
It was me.
High five that wall.
This is my fault.
Beg your pardon?
Cover your ears.
Huh? Oh, blast charge? Oh, wait, hold on. All right, hold. All right, go for it! Make it happen!
Apparently, some of he's
I'm so sorry.
sort of problematically stereotyped
me in.
in the Japanese version, and like the English voice acting sort of fixes a lot of that for him.
Hey! What? How'd you open it?
Because Saz is arguably the most likable character in this game.
After you.
But apparently a lot of that is just the translation and just, you know, acting and stuff like that. I was thinking of Final Fantasy VIII. Final Fantasy VIII school's famous for saying whatever quite a lot. And what's funny is that's not in the Japanese version. Like, they literally just cut a lot of dialogue away. But, like, that's quite good characterization. Everyone remembers that about Squall. Shrouds are special single-use aerosols that can be used to outside of battle. So I can Aegis Soul and Fortis Soul convey bonuses. Puts our attack and defense up, presumably. Deceptor Soul means that people are less likely to attack us. Enemies like Pantherons, whose field of vision allows them to monitor wide areas, normally turn hostile and display warnings. But, you know, you put some Deceptor Soul on, and they won't. Press LB to open the shroud menu.
These Pulse folks can learn a thing or two about interior design.
Well, why would
There you go, stomping off on your own.
We'll save our game. Go to menu, equipment. We have 3 bangles because I bought 2 and then picked up 1. It's interesting that they can share them. Today's a log. Exploration. Just shrouds. Okay, fine. Events. fal'Cie, an entity that threatens the peace of Cocoon Society, holds Snow's fiancée captive as the determined Snow delves ever deeper into the alien structure. Lightning and Saz arrive at the Vestige after fighting their way through the waves of Sanctum forces. The unlikely duo is halted. Progress is halted by an impassable gate, which finally opens as if response to Lightning's whispers words of apology. So I think Lightning does actually have a reason to be here, but Saz is just like running away from people murdering him. Just ended up with next to Lightning. I'm just gonna guess run for you.
Easy, do ya?
Five stars, a 5-star fight. No, we want to use splits. I do love the treasure boxes. Ah, no boxes are so old school. Floating spheres, that's where it's at now.
These things some kind of welcoming present from that first recon team they sent in?
A lot of the things this game does do really well, everyone just sort of takes it granted nowadays as well. you know, the incidental dialogue, they decided, yeah, if you want to talk to a person, just walk up to them. There's no reason for you to click a button for them to talk. Just have it, like, happen in the world. And those are all really good decisions. The graphics are amazing, of course. But you can feel like that they giveth and they taketh away. It's a very Xbox 360 thing of like, oh, because we'd like to put so much effort into graphics, we've taken away options, which more wrestling games did that, and it was really annoying. I was like, no, I just prefer it to work without graphics if you're not gonna take things away. I think this game also has it so when you die you can just retry. Little things like that. Quality of life things. The fact that you can skip through cutscenes. All things that are in all games nowadays. So it's sort of easy to forget that this game did that first. They really were trying to streamline things. And they now have streamlined it a little bit too much. Considering I didn't need to press anything but the... That's not true, I had to use potions. But like, there is depth in the fighting, you just don't see it for like another 8 hours.
Hard to believe no one noticed all these.
Because again, I would have been tempted to not give people the auto button until... So the big gimmick of this game we've not actually got to yet. In other Final Fantasy games, you were sort of subtly encouraged to have like one person in charge of healing. You have one person who's going to carry like... One person's going to buff the team and one person attacking at all times, right? And what this game says is, what does it matter what individual actions you're taking when really you're sort of just changing modes? So they're going to make it so instead of you telling people to heal, you're just going to temporarily assign a healer. And that's the gimmick. You're switching their roles rather than picking their individual actions. And when that gets going, it actually works pretty well. But it just takes ages for that to get going. Like, there's none of that right now. The only thing I can decide to do is to either do an AoE attack or to do individual attacks. And it's pretty obvious when I should use either. And if it wasn't obvious, it sort of auto does it for me if I press the auto button. The fights are fast enough that auto is necessary as well. You don't want to be caught in the weeds to trying to decide what to attack when that's not the actual focus of the fight. But I will also say that I don't think enough. Once it really gets going, there aren't that many fights. I'll tell you what, let's see. Because again, this is a game that originally took me a year to complete. I got like 30 hours in and took a year off and then finished it. And I actually enjoyed the ending of the game. Like I stopped just as I got to the good bit.
If those things are still around, might be some soldiers trapped in here too. Except they'd probably be fal'Cie by now. Huh? Not even human anymore. Just post-fal'Cie. Enemies of Cocoon. Can't show them any mercy.
There's the next one.
The House of Stairs. Yeah, it's an old enough game that the menu button pauses the game and I have to use Y to open up the menu. So that doesn't happen until the next generation of games. have you? Yeah, you've still got that. It's interesting that they share bangles. Day 11, Discovery. The Bodum Vestige was a minor local landmark, paid little regard. That changed on this night. On day 11, when the SciComm discovered that the relic's long-sealed entrance had somehow been opened, the reconnaissance team was sent inside, reporting the discovery of a pulse fal'Cie, before communication links suddenly went silent, deeming it probable that the soldiers had been made l'Cie. Like, if they just said zombified or something like that, it's definitely really weird the way they use the phrase l'Cie and fal'Cie. Like, the concepts aren't that difficult, but it's just the choice of words makes it really weird. The Sanctum then resealed the door to the Vestige, trapping the team inside. The following day brought public announcement of both discovery of the plans for the Purge. I'm sorry, did I just almost not... Can't complain that this entire game's a corridor if I don't even investigate the other two sides. I can't actually remember where we started. Oh, we could have missed this couple of potions. You can't see his magic coat unless you're in combat. Okay.
Wrapped up and ready!
See, now you can see his code.
All right.
This is the game they officially removed towns as well. There were no towns in this game. Shops.
Hang on, baby.
To go to a shop,
Your
you go to a safe
hero's on
one.
the way.
Because they'd been streamlined out.
Hang on, baby. Your hero's on the way.
He is here. Calling himself a hero?
He's coming our way.
What should I do?
Tell him what you need to.
But nothing I say'll change what happened.
We could just run away.
Check the data log. Shadow of l'Cie. Military weapons stalk the halls of the Vestige. Though the SciComm recon team that uncovered the lower world being 2 days previous is still trapped inside, Lightning and Saz know that the real threat is not a part of the Sanctum army, but the Pulse fal'Cie and its servant l'Cie. Pulse l'Cie are former humans who have become agents of destruction. Those residents living near the Vestige face being purged simply because of the proximity to the fal'Cie and the possibility that the power bound to them into servitude. Laundry. shall run the most efficient way. I have the power of this stick. Go, this stick.
Bye-bye. I'm tougher than you thought, huh?
I guess we came from there? I can't tell. Oh, that reminds me, I've got to put... Oh, shoot. Bad dog! Sorry, I wasn't talking for a brief second. I'll trying to figure out the best way to say it. Vanilla also talks kind of weird as well, and I don't mean the Australian accent. It's fine, and I'm actually sure the acting's, yeah, you know, the actor's perfectly good at being an actor. But she places emphasis in really weird places, and I know that's directing. And that's probably because they want it to fit, like, the original tone again. I do actually have choices. I can aim, but like this, there's no real reason to consider the aim that much. Yeah, I like those. We picked up something. I wasn't paying attention then. I think we came from behind. It keeps warping us to new people. And it's a little bit confusing. Yeah, here are all the shops. I believe I'm supposed to sell all the random components, but I don't know. The game's not actually told me that yet, so I haven't.
We can't fight things like that.
You're gonna regret this.
You're doing very well, Hub. I'd be fucking dead right now. Weird weapon. It's like a quadruple whip. $100 gil. I will find something nice to say about vanilla at some point. Yeah, it doesn't look like it hurt anyone. So that is a fal'Cie. So they're not human most of the time. So you definitely don't want to be touched by a fal'Cie because you turn into a zombie. Oh no, they're fal'Cie.
This is what happens when fal'Cie don't complete the focus the fal'Cie gave them.
Ah, okay.
Let's even these odds.
Cool. So yeah, if you walk into another god,
How about this?
they will give you a mission, and you're forced to do it, and if you don't do it, you get turned into a zombie.
Later! That's what I'm talking about.
I like the color of her hair. It's like a peach. You don't see that very often.
How did you get in here? You gotta leave. Okay, listen. Find some place to hide and keep quiet. Once I find Sarah, we'll all leave together. You'll be home in time for dinner.
You...
Wait!
Well, the zombies don't have any
Who's Sarah?
My wife.
will, so
Future wife, that is. She's
you
a
don't get any
pulse,
choices. You have to follow the story.
She's here somewhere, along with that fal'Cie. I gotta find her and set her free.
What's wrong with you? Why do you want to help LaCie? They're the enemy.
Huh?
How can you save LaCie? You're not... That's insane!
Probably. But I gotta do something, right? I'll be back.
Should we wait around for him and hitch a ride?
I'd rather go to Pulse. Why is this happening to me? When they found the fal'Cie the other day, we were just visiting Bodum. But the army took us. Threw us on that train. And because of that guy, Mom is...
Probably shouldn't leave them alone.
And he wants to help LaCie?
Hey again.
Hey. Let's go with him. You gotta talk to him, Hope. If you don't take this chance, you'll regret it forever. Okay.
Let's go.
So, yeah, we get, what's it called when you talk over a thing? A narration. So we're seeing this entire game technically from
What's
Vanille's
gotten into you,
perspective.
soldier? Thought you came for a fight.
My sister.
Your sister?
She's a LaCie.
A pulse, LaCie?
The fal'Cie has her captive, but I'll find her.
So I'll go back to
Is
that.
she still... Hey, what was her focus? When she became a LaCie, what did the fal'Cie order her to do? It wasn't blow up Cocoon or anything like that, was it?
I didn't ask.
Oh yeah. No, I don't know if I can pause it.
Listen to me. When a person gets cursed by a fal'Cie, they become a LaCie, and they get given a focus, right? How do I put this? If they don't carry it out, LaCie end up as one of those things. What I'm saying is, if your sister's gone that far, I mean, she might still... How can I... Oh, man. There's no way to turn a LaCie back into a human. Even if she completes her focus, there's no changing her fate. She'll live her life as a fal'Cie slave. Don't make her suffer.
Just say it! Any LaCie. Anyone who might ever become a LaCie should be wiped off the face of Cocoon. It's people like you that started the Purge in the first place.
It wasn't though. It was a weird. It was a tyrant.
Oh, that's a Sith, huh?
Oh yeah. So yes. So at the start of the game, well, actually not even the start of the game, but at the start of the scene, Vanille says, "Oh, first time I met Snow, I thought he was all talk. which sort of indicates that she has sort of a wisdom beyond what we can see from her, and that she can see that Snow is projecting a sort of heroic nature that he doesn't have. But, like, Snow clearly is fighting an insurgency, and she's clearly following him as if he... Like, I don't understand, like, I'm not really understanding why she would consider that, but then go, yeah, but let's follow him anyway. He's all talk, apart from he's literally doing the thing he says he's doing. The camera was very excited about something then. Power wristband. Oh, so now that even the bangle's old. Wristband. Cool. Physical wall. Nice. See, it's the shambling safe. For they shamble. Oops. Safe. When a fal'Cie takes a human to be one of its l'Cie servants, the person is given a focus to be completed. Should the l'Cie fail to fulfill this focus before his or her brand advances to its final stage, l'Cie becomes a thief. Mired in its eternal sorrow and regret, robbed of all free will, Sith are damned to wander the world, unliving and undying, until the corrupted flesh at last can no longer move no more. For Sith there is no salvation. Saving the enemy. Pulse l'Cie are cursed beings who wield supernatural powers, whose very existence incites panic and destruction. Hope explodes into rage upon hearing that Snow plans to rescue Sarah, now a l'Cie herself. Even if she is Snow's fiancée, nothing good can come of helping a sworn enemy of Cocoon. The situation only serves to magnify Hope's hatred. The man he holds responsible for his mother's death. Shaking with fury, he is unable to form the words he so desperately wants to say. Oblivious to Hope's anger and worried for their safety, Snow decides to bring Hope and Vanille along on his mission. Meanwhile, Saz explains the cruel fate of the person cursed by l'Cie. l'Cie are bound in eternal service to a fal'Cie. The failure to carry out a focus results in transformation into a mindless abomination. A Sith person who is shackled by l'Cie curse is beyond salvation. As Saz comes to this grim conclusion, Lightning angrily compares him to those who insisted on the purge. But, like, nobody insisted. It wasn't like there was a referendum and everyone voted for the purge. The king ordered the purge. It was like literally one dude, and everyone had to follow him because of the tyrant. But whatever. I get what you're doing, but I understand the theme. But it was literally like a system that did that and not people. But, and we'll do anything in the power to save her sister. So, yes, the fiancé and the sister are the same person. Okay. Let's fight the zombie. It's a ghoul. More ghouls. I guess it's easy to preemptively strike them. Stop talking for a bit because I'm just doing attacks. And the Sith are pretty easy to fight right now. The other thing this game has is you can't over-level in this game. Every chapter has a maximum level, if I remember correctly, to prevent you from over-leveling. Yeah, it's just... So I guess, you know, I should occasionally run past it. You still get stuff though. Oh, there's a big Seath. I seeth, I destroyeth. There is a slight timing element because, like, if you use an AoE, you've got to time it right because they might not be standing next to each other. That's very slight. This one's bigger. But I mean, I'm just going to use attacks. I mean, I could consider healing. But it's about to die. Oh, it's using magic. I also do like that they just heal you after every fight. If you have to do that anyway, like, it's busy work, why not remove it? Somebody starts using gun kata or something. They do feel for them, they're like, okay, well, he's just going to shoot a gun. How do we make that look interesting? And the answer is, he does poses. Don't ask why he does poses, helps him aim or something. And dude, if you just stood still, you'd be able to shoot much more often. It'd be nice if I could switch who I was controlling.
Dilly dally.
One thing that is interesting is looking at the layout of the screen where they place all the menus and stuff. Okay, this is not going to be a harder battle. But the command line is slightly bigger than their head. Oh, the ghasts and walls.
I appreciate it.
Not staggering. Must be really hard to stagger zombies. That does make sense. Sarah!
Time to go. We have to leave before the army... What?
That's a Pulse brand. That girl's a LaCie.
I already told you that.
Pulse LaCie are the enemies of Cocoon.
So they should die?
Listen, if she fails her focus, you know how that'll end.
And killing her is a mercy?
You came.
Sarah! Sarah.
Is that my hero?
Let's get you out of here.
Hands off.
Like,
I'm taking her home.
She looks much younger than Snow. I believe they're supposed to be the same age.
You couldn't protect her. It's your fault she...
Save us.
Sarah?
You can save us. Protect us all. Save Cocoon.
Save Cocoon? Sarah? That was your focus?
Anything. I'll do anything. Leave it to me, you'll see. I'll protect Cocoon. I'll save everyone.
Somehow. I'll make things right.
You just relax.
Thank you.
Sarah!
Oh, she's a crystal now.
Sarah! Sarah!
Why is she turning to crystal?
LaCie who fulfill their focus are transformed into crystal and gain eternal life.
Just like the stories say.
Sarah, sweet dreams.
Sweet dreams? She's not sleeping! Sarah's... She's...
She's alive.
No.
The legend. Remember the legend. LaCie who fulfilled their focus turn to crystal and gain eternal life. It's the same with Sarah. Eternal life. She's not dead! Sarah's my bride-to-be. I promise to be hers forever. I don't care how many years I have to wait.
It's over! Open your eyes and face reality!
Sarah, does becoming a LaCie really mean losing everything?
She can't hear you. She's a crystal.
Oh, wait.
What now?
The army.
Oh, they brought a guitarist with them.
The target is almost in place. Surface team, what is your status? Good to go. Resistance is under control. The assault proceeds as planned. Leave no trace. The Pulse Vestige never existed.
Fire!
What's happening?
It must be a sanctum strike. Bring down the Vestige and the fal'Cie right with it.
Aren't they taking it back to Pulse? That's what the purge was, right?
all they care about is getting everything from Pulse off Cocoon. Dead or alive, it's all the same.
We can't stay here. They'll kill us.
I'll be right back. Hold on.
Trenchcoat, where you going?
Date with the fal'Cie. Got some things to talk about.
What? You gonna ask it to help her? Are you out of your mind, kid?
What's that
thing
word?
wants to chew us up and spit us
Synecdoche.
out.
Well, what do you want me to do?
Menonine. Because he called him Trenchcoat.
Lightning?
Here we go.
Okay, are we on chapter 3 yet? Okay, inventory. Components. Data log. Events. Still chapter 2. I think I will end this stream at the end of chapter 2, because that's sort of, then it's so far a chapter per stream. A legend on Cocoon states that if LaCie completes a focus given by a fal'Cie, they will turn into crystal and gain eternal life. And just as the legend describes, Sarah's Lightning's younger sister, fiancée to Snow, glows with an incredible light, turns into crystal. But has she truly gained eternal life, and what focus has she completed? This timeless crystal sleeps seems nothing more than another form of death to Lightning. She turns her feelings of grief and anger upon Snow. We're on chapter 2. Snow, however, refuses to give up hope, a future where Sarah will return to him. Just then, Sanctum Army begins its assault on Vestige. Though it may mean sharing the Vestige's imminent destruction, group heads ever deeper into the complex. Snow seeks to persuade the fal'Cie to release his fiancée, while Lightning and Saz have other plans in mind. So there you go, this is, we did all of chapter 1, chapter 2, and it looks like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. And this is Final Fantasy 13. Crystal Stasis. Therefore, LaCie's successful completion of the focus holds the promise of eternal life in peaceful slumber. The crystal stasis, or so the legend says. Yet to spend an eternity as an immobile crystal is not so different from death. The people of Cocoon consequently fear being marked as LaCie, equating the fal'Cie's brand with it as it's a death sentence. Faced with only the choice between eternal damnation as a thief or eternal imprisonment as a crystal, it becomes little surprised that LaCie decry their fate. They go, oh no, my fate, like that. That's how they decry. And we've met this shambling. We've met a ghast, and I was a ghast. Look at, because you can see his face. He's going, I dislike this situation I found myself in. That's why he drops a tear of frustration. Anything else? There's Sarah. And thank you. It's been turned into crystal. I mean, it's just the one ghast. Packs upon soon. Well, that one can fly. They fly now. That's white. Right, abilities. Ah, it staggers. They're both stagger. My Lightning got a bit confused then. I missed. Whoa, only 4 stars. Not sure if I want to save it as 4 stars.
So this is the fal'Cie.
Sarah's a crystal now. You gave her a focus, and she did it. You got what you want. Now let her go! Please, turn her back. I'll be your LaCie instead!
Fine. You go on begging. Like this thing gives a damn what we want!
Lightning!
It's this thing's fault the purge started. And it's people who are dying. Sarah told us to save Cocoon. That means this thing needs to die. What?
Took a ton of it too long.
Come on now. You really think you can kill a fal'Cie?
I'm doing this for Sarah.
Dodge. I'm in. As long as you don't mind an amateur. I got these things. Might as well use it.
Thanks.
Fucking cool looking boss though. Abilities. I mean, I'll use. Oh, it's animal. Yeah, on the manipulators, I guess. I'll try. All the battle on the left manipulator. Try hits. Was gonna regenerate. Almost hit.
It's now or never!
Now we'll check out the mini players.
Now or never!
I thought maybe we could skip one. What would be nice is if we could just do the one attack actually, and then we'd get to fight more often. But don't let us do that. Actually, that hurts him anyway, I think as well. There we go. The Doctor's code.
Where are we?
What's going on?
Camera's upside down. I thought God, or possibly just very advanced drill. Sometimes it's hard to tell the difference. Grounded. I think it's a very pretty game, but it's also very busy at times, visually speaking. I think they were like, this is a next generation game for them, and they were like putting so much effort into making it look good. They wanted it to be the best looking game ever. Because that's what the reputation Final Fantasy had at the time. All the, like, Final Fantasy VII was the best looking game, and then 8 was the best looking game. 9 wasn't. But like...
When I couldn't see a future.
Yeah.
And I was afraid. When the future was clear and it hurt to see, I'd just close my eyes and lose myself in happier days.
Yeah, it's fun. I think that's the end of chapter 1 or 2, one of them. We'll see. We'll have a quick look at what's coming up, but I think I might end it. Like a preview of things to come. There's a fish bird. Love that. Day 11. Because we might start the next episode with this as well. Oh no, we're gonna be able to interact. Before shit went down.
The whole gang's here tonight. How'd that happen? Don't know. Destiny? More like dumb luck.
Yeah, and we're still like technology-wise. Characters only wear one suit. Even though Final Fantasy VIII did have multiple clothings, but like, turns out these aren't their fighting clothes. It's just the clothes they wear everywhere.
Sorry about that. Now, who'd you say you were looking for?
Yes, I think, I'll tell you what, I think I'll thank you.
Goes.
This, of course, has been part of my ambition. Yeah, we'll watch this scene again on the next episode. So I'm gonna say thank you very much for
Making
watching.
a wish?
I've been the Johnstruct.
Maybe I was.
I've been having a Final Fantasy
Tomorrow, I can tell my sister.
13 adventure. Unlucky for some,
She'll be
possibly
so
for
mad,
Square-Enix.
knowing I hid it from her.
Thank you for watching. See you
Don't
next
worry.
time.
I'll take the blame for you. You know, you should ask for something bigger.
Right, I'm possibly dressed differently. I decided this particular scene was probably going to be like only 10 minutes long, so I might as well have it at the end of the first episode rather than the start of episode 2. Day 11, the seaside city of Bodom. But yeah, as you can see, everyone in this game presumably only has one set of clothing, which they wear, you know, when they're having fun, and when they're rebelling against the state, you know, same set of clothing.
You just missed her. She said she'd be at the usual place.
Thanks.
Sorry about that. Now, who'd you say you were looking for?
Here goes.
Yes. We get to see some of what happened before.
Making a wish?
Maybe I was. I was hoping that tomorrow I can tell my sister. She'll be so mad, knowing I hid it from her.
Don't worry. I'll take the blame for you. You know, you should ask for something bigger. These are wish-granting fireworks, like in the stories.
Stories, huh?
I've heard of those.
LaCie who fulfill their focus. They become crystal and gain eternal life.
Would help if they gave you some clue about what you're supposed to do. We'll figure this thing out. You will never be one of those monsters.
So what will I be? A crystal?
Yeah, I'd use my wish to get out of that.
Yesterday at the store, I got us something. I don't know much about jewelry, but I hope you like it.
I was going to say, they're all so full of details.
Stand by you. No matter what happens, I'm yours forever.
I wasn't sure there'd be space.
Sarah. My one, my only. Will you marry me?
Yes.
She said yes!
Aww. But oh, what's this? Oh, it's him again. On a speeder.
I love these fireworks. They granted my wish.
Your wish?
To have the most dangerous
Before I asked you to marry
bike
me,
ride.
I wish that you would say yes.
Then maybe they'll grant mine too.
Oh, they'll add seatbelts to these bikes.
To have
have the courage to tell Lightning that I've become a LaCie.
Hey, our engagement is way bigger news. Oh man, I can't wait to see her face. She'll be my new sister.
Yeah.
On news today, fireworks show was disrupted by couple. 7 horribly injured. More at 9.
Hey, Snow?
Yeah.
Why would you fly in that? Fly around it. There's a bubble for a reason.
That was close.
Gorgeous. Our own private heaven.
All we need. Just you and me.
He looks slightly different than his character model. But she looks like exactly the same as her character model. Maybe it's because I've seen his character model more, so I can see the subtle differences. Still, it's better than... Like, I wouldn't have even considered that these were FMV models, but obviously the character models can't do half of this shit. But, you know, they've improved a lot since 10. And I think even 12.
Thank you, Snow.
Oh, do I know these voices? Yes. All right. There we go. And I'm going to let you go. This is the new ending of the original episode. I've been the Johnstruct. Thank you very much for watching this. I've been having a Final Fantasy XIII adventure. That's this now. I'll see you next time. Farewell. There's no... I wish there was... Oh, you know, there'd be outro music, wouldn't there? Yeah, that's sort of the point of this. Talking at the end.